Now we are going to do one more exercise to test how well you have learned the conjugation. Mettez les verbes devoir à la forme convenable. So the verb here is devoir. Do you remember in the beginning of the session we learned the verb devoir. What does it mean? Devoir means must. So devoir. Do you remember? Now we are going to fill in these blanks with the devoir conjugation. So what we have to do here is you have to read the sentence. First read the sentence. Understand in for which subject pronoun should we conjugate devoir. Very simple. First read the sentence and see for which subject pronoun we have to conjugate it. So shall we begin? So the first sentence is quel bus dash en prendre. Now if you see in this sentence that we do not have a subject pronoun. So we need to read and understand the sentence. Quel. Do you remember what quel means? We learned this interrogative word. It means what or which. Do you remember? Yes, I hope you remember. Quel bus. Which bus dash en. Now en means one. So it is in the third person singular. It means either he or she. It may be he or she. So what do we say for he or she in French? It is il or elle. So now we have found the subject pronoun. Now what is the verb we need to fill? It is devoir. So for il or elle, what is the conjugation for devoir? It is doit. So first we read the sentence. We read the sentence fully and we found in which subject pronoun we have to conjugate devoir. So we found it to be il or elle. And for il or elle, the conjugation is doit. So quel bus doit on prendre? Which bus must one take? So did you understand the first sentence? So if you didn't understand, don't worry. You will understand when I do the second sentence. So what is the second sentence? Vous dash descendre à la prochaine station. So here the subject pronoun is very clear. It is vous. So we have identified the subject pronoun. This sentence is very simple. Vous. Now what is the devoir conjugation for vous? Do you remember it? It was devez. Vous devez. Now vous means you, devez means must. Now this verb descendre. Descendre means to climb down. We will learn the conjugation of this in future. So now you must get down à la prochaine station. At the next station. See this word prochain. It means next. So we will be learning these words in the coming classes. For now, just note down that word. So vous devez descendre à la prochaine station. You must get down at the next station. So what did we do in this sentence? We read this sentence. Here we identify the subject pronoun. Here it was very simple. It is vous. So for the verb devoir, what is the conjugation for vous? It is devez. So vous devez. So have you understood? Now finally the last sentence. Elle dash aller au marché. She dash go to the market. So here what is the subject pronoun here? It is elle. So for elle, what is the conjugation for devoir? It is doit. So she must go to the market. Very simple, right? So you have to read the sentence, identify the subject pronoun and conjugate the verb accordingly. So these are the three sentences. In the first sentence, the subject pronoun was not given directly. So we read the sentence And we found out that the subject pronoun is either il or elle. And what was the conjugation of devoir for il or elle? It was doit. So, quel bus doit on prendre? For the next sentence, the subject pronoun was given directly. It is vous. So, for vous, the devoir conjugation is devez. And finally, in the last sentence, the subject pronoun was given directly. It is elle. For elle, what is the conjugation for devoir? It is doit. And one thing in general that you need to note is when a single sentence has two verbs. What are the verbs? The verbs are the action words. So, when a single sentence has two verbs, the second verb is in the infinitive. The first verb alone is conjugated and the second verb is in the infinitive. So, what is the infinitive? Descendre. And did you note this verb? Prendre, we learnt this verb. It means to take. Did you note that it is in the infinitive form? Yes, when there are two verbs in a sentence, the first verb is conjugated based on the subject pronoun and the second verb remains in its infinitive. So, the infinitive here is prendre. Here also we have two verbs. The second verb is descendre. That is also in the infinitive form. What does it mean? It means to climb down. And finally, do you remember this verb? Aller? Yes, we learned this verb. It was a different conjugation. Aller means to go. So, she must. This devoir means must. So, she must go au marché. Did you note this? We just learnt this in the previous concept. Now, marché is in the masculine form. So, we would write a le. Now, when a and le is joined together, we get o. Do you remember that? Yes. So, au marché. Just like this, when you are given some sentences, I would like you to first note down which is the subject pronoun, which are the verbs, and which are the concepts that we have already learnt. So, if you notice here, we have a la. So, when does a la come? When we write it before a noun, that is the feminine singular form. So, you can observe how it is used in these sentences. And here we filled up the conjugation for devoir. So, I hope you are clear with whatever we have learned today, and we will continue learning more in the future classes.